Hey, Rockhounds, everybody else. Jeremy here, Willet Creek, Agate, Union County, New Mexico. I hope you're having a great Saturday, rockhounding or whatever you're doing. Staying safe if you can. Watch out for ice. I hear there's an ice storm out there in a lot of places right now, so be careful. Um, this video tonight is about mental health. It's about geological processes. It's about chronic pain, disability, adversity, financial distress, emotional and mental distress. And yeah, it's set to some great photos I dug out of the photo archives. I've got 26,000. I was just looking, I've got 26, almost 27,000 photos in my photo archive going back to 2008. So I dug out some great rosebud agate and other rock and agate pictures. So I hope you'll listen to the discussion. It's something, awareness. I did something yesterday I never in my life expected to do. It hurt. It was hard to do it. But I'm doing it. I am confronting a lot of things head on. I slept better last night than I have in a long time. I slept too long. My body is killing me today. My laundry was done by 6 a.m. My dishes were done by 10:30 or 11. Um, I've chatted with my support system throughout the day. I have worked on this video. I've been working on this video for almost 6 hours now, trying to make sure I get the research. There are probably a few mistakes. I did use some AI to help me do the research. I tried to check everything. There's some word stumbles. I did that in one take. I haven't been on the radio in 15 years. I used to have a morning show on the radio. Not 15 years, 10 years. It's been 10 years since I was on the radio. Um, so I stumbled through that. It's not my best voice work. Don't judge my voice work on that video. It will get better. I promise you that. It will get better. It's coming real soon. But right now, while I've got clarity and I've got resolve, and we're going to try to keep that going forward every day. So, yeah, if you guys can help me out, a like, hit the bell, hit subscribe. If you want to buy some rocks, link up top /Willet Creek Agate, rosebudagate.com/store. You can find about my sale right at rosebudagate.com. There's a blog post about my sale there. I'm even taking cryptocurrency. I'll take Bitcoin, USDC, and ETH. If you got other stuff, we can talk. But um, there's some policies about it. It's in that most recent blog post. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short. Let's get to this video. Leave me a comment below if you know somebody or you are affected. If you need help, you can reach out. I'm on Instagram at Willet Creek Agate. Facebook, same thing. Um, hashtag 988. 988 is a resource that can help you as well. So, peer-to-peer support. So, if you don't have immediate support available. So, anyway, here we go with the video. Let me know below what you think and have a great evening. Great evening, great morning, great afternoon, wherever you are in the world when you're watching this. And happy rock hunting. We'll talk to you soon. Bridging Worlds, a geological metaphor for human resilience and mental well-being. The Earth, in its silent, majestic dance, tells a story of enduring resilience. From the towering peaks of ancient mountains to the intricate patterns within a beautifully banded agate, our planet is constantly shaped by immense unseen forces. This profound geological narrative offers a powerful lens through which to understand our own human struggles. Just as rocks endure, transform, and emerge with new forms and beauty, so too can individuals navigate the pressures of life, finding strength and unique radiance in their journey. This exploration aims to draw compelling parallels between the Earth's geological processes, specifically pressure, stress, and transformation, and the human experience of chronic pain, financial difficulty, and emotional distress. Ultimately, this perspective serves as an advocacy for mental well-being, highlighting the surprising beauty and profound resilience that can emerge from the deepest forms of hardship. The unseen forces, pressure and stress in human and earth systems. Life, like much of the Earth's crust, is perpetually subjected to a myriad of forces. These forces, whether internal or external, can exert immense pressure, shaping our experiences and challenging our very foundations. The weight of life, human pressure, and stress. Individuals often navigate a complex landscape of pressures that can accumulate into a profound sense of being overwhelmed. Consider the relentless, invisible force of chronic physical pain, a constant companion that erodes well-being and daily capacity. This can be compounded by the crushing weight of economic insecurity, where persistent financial strain makes basic needs feel like insurmountable mountains. Furthermore, the friction of strained relationships and intense interpersonal conflict can create deep internal rifts, adding layers of emotional distress. These stressors frequently interact and amplify one another, leading to a profound sense of exhaustion and a desire for fundamental change, a feeling of being utterly done with the current struggle. This internal pressure marks a critical juncture, compelling a reevaluation of one's path. Earth's deep dynamics, geological strain, and stress. In the Earth's crust, stress is defined as the force applied to a rock. Rocks, much like human beings, are constantly under various forms of stress due to the dynamic movements of tectonic plates. Whether they are colliding, moving apart, or sliding past each other, as well as the immense weight of overlying material. Geologists categorize several types of stress that affect rock. Confining stress. This force arises from the weight of all the overlying rock, pushing inward from all directions. It compresses a deeply buried rock, and while it may not deform the rock if there is no place for it to move, its presence is a constant and pervasive. This mirrors the pervasive, inescapable pressures of life, such as chronic illness or systemic financial hardship. These are not single events, but ongoing states of being that exert a constant, multidirectional pressure on an individual's existence. This type of pressure, because it does not always result in dramatic fractures like a public meltdown, can be easily minimized or overlooked by others. The geological analogy of confining stress helps to validate this invisible, relentless burden, explaining why someone might feel profoundly compressed and exhausted, even without a single obvious breaking event. It underscores the critical importance of recognizing and supporting those under such continuous, pervasive pressure. Compression stress. This force squeezes rocks together, often causing them to fold or fracture. It is the most common stress observed at convergent plate boundaries where plates collide. In human experience, this relates to intense, direct conflicts or overwhelming responsibilities that squeeze one's emotional and mental space, forcing a reaction. Tension stress. This force pulls rocks apart, leading them to lengthen or break. Tension is the major type of stress found at divergent plate boundaries, where plates move away from each other. This can represent the feelings of being torn between conflicting demands or the strain of relationships pulling apart, leading to emotional fragmentation. Shear stress. This occurs when forces slide past each other in opposite direction. It is the most common stress found at transformation plate boundaries. This mirrors the internal friction and external discord that arises when one's values or desires are misaligned with their environment or relationships, causing internal and external grinding. The response of a rock to stress is known as strain or deformation. Rocks can deform elastically, meaning they return to their original shape once the stress is removed, much like a stretched rubber band. However, if more stress is applied, a rock may deform plastically, bending and flowing without returning to its original shape. Near the Earth's surface, if stress continues to increase beyond the rock's strength, it will fracture or rupture and break. Rocks exhibit elastic deformation, returning to their original shape when stress is removed. However, beyond a certain point, they undergo plastic deformation, irreversible change, or fracture. This geological principle mirrors the human capacity for resilience, where individuals can bounce back from temporary setbacks, Yet there is a critical threshold where prolonged or intense pressure leads to irreversible changes in mental well-being or a complete breakdown. The progression from struggling to fraying to a meltdown, as seen in accounts of profound distress, illustrates moving beyond the elastic limit into plastic deformation and nearing fracture. This understanding provides a scientific framework for comprehending why individuals reach a breaking point, emphasizing that it is often a cumulative process where the capacity for elastic recovery is exhausted. This highlights the crucial need for early intervention and support before individuals reach the point of irreversible strain or fracture, validating their experience of being pushed beyond their limits. The crucible of transformation, metamorphism, and resilience. Beyond mere deformation, sustained pressure in specific conditions can lead to a profound transformation in rocks, a process known as metamorphism. This deep change offers a powerful metaphor for human resilience and growth. Earth's deep transformation metamorphism. Metamorphic rocks are formed when existing parent rocks are transformed or metamorphosed by intense heat and pressure deep below the Earth's surface, or along tectonic plate boundaries. This is not simply about bending or breaking, but a fundamental alteration of the rock's appearance, mineralogy, and sometimes even its chemical composition. The primary drivers of metamorphism are heat. Heat provides the essential energy for chemical reactions to proceed, allowing existing minerals to break down and new minerals to form. It enables individual ions within the rock to mobilize and migrate, leading to recrystallization. Sources of this heat include contact metamorphism from intruding magma bodies and the natural increase in temperature with depth due to the geothermal gradient. In human terms, heat can represent intense emotional experiences such as grief, anger, or anxiety, the fire of adversity that fuels profound internal change, good or bad. Pressure, as previously discussed, pressure during metamorphism can manifest as both confining pressure, equal forces from all directions, and differential stress, forces applied unevenly. At great depths, extreme confining pressures can cause ions in minerals to recrystallize and form new minerals. Furthermore, under high temperatures, rocks become ductile, meaning they can flatten or elongate rather than breaking, often resulting in intricate folding patterns. While fracturing often occurs near the Earth's surface, deep within the crust, high temperature and pressure cause rocks to become ductile, allowing them to fold and deform plastically rather than breaking. This geological observation suggests that prolonged, intense pressure, rather than invariably leading to a complete break, can sometimes result in profound, irreversible adaptation and reshaping of the self. This represents a deeper form of resilience. Individuals facing chronic, deep-seated issues such as a persistent illness, ongoing financial struggles, or long-standing family conflicts often experience a forced reevaluation and reshaping of their life path. This is not merely coping with a challenge, but a fundamental folding into a new existence, such as pursuing a new life path, like a bus life dream, and seeking a new homestead. This perspective reframes severe hardship, not just as a threat of breaking, but as a potential catalyst for profound adaptive change, highlighting the deep internal work involved in navigating chronic adversity to fundamentally reform. Chemically active fluids. Fluids between mineral grains during metamorphism are crucial catalysts. They facilitate the movement of ions and recrystallization of both existing and new minerals. These fluids dissolve existing minerals and transport ions to new locations for growth, with their reactive capability increasing significantly at higher temperatures. Chemically active fluids play a critical role in metamorphism by facilitating ion movement and recrystallization in the context of human transformation. These fluids represent essential support systems, practices of self-reflection, and the acquisition of new knowledge. They act as catalysts that enable the dissolution of old, ineffective patterns and the recrystallization of new strengths. When individuals engage with support, such as discussions with my support people, or pursue internal learning, like absorbing new knowledge about a bus motor, it can facilitate a significant shift from despair to proactive problem solving. The emotional intensity of their distress can even make these fluids more reactive or impactful, accelerating the transformative process. This underscores the vital importance of seeking and accepting support during times of intense pressure, framing it not as a sign of weakness, but as a necessary catalyst for internal transformation, allowing for the dissolution of debilitating thought patterns and the recrystallization of healthier coping mechanisms and a renewed sense of purpose. The outcomes of metamorphism are varied and profound. Folding. Under high pressure, high temperatures and differential stress, rocks bend and flow rather than fracturing. This represents the human capacity to adapt and to bend without breaking and to find new shapes and ways of existing under pressure. Recrystallization. Existing minerals change into new ones, or their grains align and grow larger. This signifies forming new perspectives, strengths, and coping mechanisms. Old ways of thinking are being transformed into new, more resilient structures. Foliation. Minerals align along parallel planes due to compressional forces, creating distinctive banded layers within the rock. This can represent the layering of experiences, the visible signs of having endured, or the new internal organization that comes from processing trauma. Human metamorphosis, navigating pain and difficulty. The geological crucible of heat, pressure, and fluids finds a compelling parallel in the internal process of coping with profound difficulties. The heat of intense emotions such as grief, anger, and anxiety, combined with the pressure of ongoing challenges like disability denials, financial insecurity, and interpersonal conflict, forces a deep internal transformation. Individuals learn to fold their expectations, plans, or even their sense of self to accommodate new realities. This is not surrender, but a creative adaptation to avoid fracturing. Adversity can lead to a recrystallization of one's identity, values, and priorities. Old, less effective patterns may dissolve, and new, stronger internal minerals like resilience, empathy, and wisdom can grow. Despite immense pain, actively seeking solutions, learning new skills, and managing existing ventures are all acts of this internal recrystallization. The importance of support systems, self-care practices, therapeutic interventions, or new knowledge cannot be overstated. These act as the chemically active fluids that facilitate this profound internal transformation, helping to process difficult emotion and enabling the recrystallization of a stronger self. The emergence of beauty. Agates is a symbol of hope and strength. The ultimate expression of geological transformation and a powerful symbol for the human spirit is found in the exquisite beauty of agates. These natural masterpieces emerge from conditions that at first glance appear to be voids. Nature's masterpiece, the science of agate formation. The formation of an agate begins with a seemingly paradoxical starting point, a cavity, a void within the rock. These voids are often found in basalt, a volcanic rock where gases bubbled out as the lava cooled, creating holes akin to those in Swiss cheese. This geological fact highlights that a state of vulnerability, emptiness, or even a breaking point is not a failure, but a necessary condition for new, beautiful growth. The void creates the essential space for new elements to enter and crystallize. When individuals describe feeling done, at a breaking point, or having nothing else to lose, these phrases articulate a profound sense of exhaustion and a void where previous structures or hopes have crumbled. This perspective offers a transformative view of moments of profound despair, reframing a breaking point as a crucial beginning, a cavity that must exist for new resilient structures to form. It provides hope and a pathway forward from seemingly insurmountable despair. Into this cavity, water rich in dissolved silica percolates through the surrounding rock. As the water enters the void, the minerals within it, primarily quartz and mogonite, begin to crystallize onto the cavity walls. This process involves the polymerization of silica, where small chains of molecules form
leading to rapid crystallization, followed by periods of slower growth as the polymers are depleted. It is important to note that agates typically form at relatively low pressures and temperatures, often near the Earth's surface, distinguishing them from high-grade metamorphic rocks that require extreme conditions. This distinctive banding patterns that make agates so captivating are believed to result from these cyclical processes. As silica concentration rises, rapid crystallization occurs, then as polymers are depleted, growth slows. A continuous supply of silica-rich water can then restart the cycle, creating layers of different textures and compositions. The unique banding in agates results from cyclical processes of rapid and slow crystallization, creating layers of different textures and compositions. This geological phenomenon symbolizes that human growth through adversity is not linear, but a layered process. Each period of intense struggle and slow recovery builds upon the last, contributing to the unique and complex banding of one's character and resilience. When an individual describes a series of escalating conflicts, repeated setbacks, and fluctuating mental well-being, it illustrates this nonlinear progression. This is not a single event, but a series of pulses of stress and attempts at recovery, creating a complex, layered narrative of their struggle and resilience. This understanding validates the often cyclical nature of healing and growth, suggesting that setbacks and periods of intense struggle are as much a part of the process as periods of slower, steady progress. Each band or layer of experience, even the difficult ones, contributes to the unique strength and beauty of the individual, encouraging self-compassion for the ups and downs. The colors within these bands often derive from trace elements incorporated during formation. A remarkable characteristic of agates is their enduring legacy. They invariably outlast their surroundings. The encasing rock or host material weathers away over time, leaving behind the durable, often rough-coated agate waiting to be discovered and polished. The human spirit's agate, inner beauty and enduring strength. The science of agate formation provides a profound allegory for the human spirit's journey through adversity. Human vulnerability, or a breaking point, can be seen not as an end, but as the necessary cavity or space within which new growth can occur. It is the moment when old structures give way, allowing something new and transformative to enter. Into this cavity of vulnerability, the silica-rich water represents the influx of support, self-compassion, new insights, or therapeutic processes that percolate into one's life. These are the nourishing elements that begin to fill the void. Layer by layer, through consistent effort and engagement with these supportive fluids, resilience begins to crystallize. This is not a sudden transformation, but a gradual process of forming new strengths and perspectives, much like the slow, deliberate growth of quartz crystals. The distinctive banding of an agate symbolizes the layers of experience, growth, and healing that accumulate over time. Each band represents a phase of struggle, adaptation, and eventual strengthening, contributing to the unique beauty and complexity of the individual. The colors within these bands can be interpreted as the unique wisdom, empathy, or strength gained through enduring hardship. Just as agates endure long after their host rock is weathered away, the strength and beauty cultivated through adversity can outlast the difficult circumstances. This offers a powerful message of hope and a lasting impact of resilience as individuals build something enduring beyond their current dissolving context. Conclusion: the enduring beauty within. The Earth's geological processes, the immense pressures, the transformative heat and fluids, and the eventual emergence of enduring beauty in forms like agates, serve as profound metaphors for the human journey through pressure, pain, and adversity. Just as the Earth transforms under pressure, so too can individuals navigate their deepest struggles, emerging with new strength, wisdom, and a unique, enduring beauty. This perspective calls for greater empathy and understanding for those navigating chronic pain, financial hardship, and mental health challenges. It urges recognition of the unseen forces at play in their lives, acknowledging that their struggles are as real and impactful as the geological forces shaping our planet. By understanding these parallels, Individuals can be empowered to recognize their own capacity for metamorphosis and to value the bands of experience that make them uniquely resilient. The journey through hardship, though arduous, can ultimately reveal an inherent beauty and strength within, much like an agate polished and radiant reflecting the light of its own enduring formation.